It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
He shakes him off. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Play action this time with Love. Being chased out left. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
To throw now. Here's Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
3-0 our score as we ready for the dynamic kickoff. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Valdez-Scantling in motion right. Here's Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got it down to the 28.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands, and a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Carr now to throw. Working up. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover. as he'll try to get some points here before halftime. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Love from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now Carr. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ced Wilson, 73 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Reed wrestling ahead. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Carr going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. First target, first catch, and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out, 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he lost the football. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Carr. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Throwing now is Carr. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Following the interception, Love. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing. Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So time for Carr and the Saints. Down 10-7, 2:14 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
On play action, now Carr.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Now Carr, gotta have this one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Got an open man. It's Valdez. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. There's a
oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
Now Love. Now this thrown deep for Kraft.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And bulldozing his way through. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete to Wicks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.